I know she's had some difficult negotiations this weekend with her colleague, the Chancellor. The spending review is also critical for the funding of affordable homes budget. She's praised in the past the Chancellor's generosity, not least on the extra £2 billion to the affordable homes budget, as she puts it. But will she admit today that the budget for affordable homes is currently decreasing from the previous levels under our government? And can she say, even if it's after the spending review, exactly how many affordable and social homes does she expect to deliver during this Parliament?
Well, first of all, Mr. Speaker, I think he got in a bit later than the Honourable Gentleman outlined the reasons why we haven't put an exact figure, but also confirmed that we will build the biggest generation of affordable and social housing in the generation. And I say gently to the Shadow Secretary of State, we're delivering for working people by banning no-fault evictions and introducing groundbreaking protections for renters, which they promised and didn't deliver. We're introducing major plan reforms to build the 1.5 million homes. They promised 1.6 million homes, Mr. Speaker, but couldn't get anywhere. And we're also delivering the largest single package of devolution, pushing power out of Westminster. We're delivering where they failed.
But before we dive into this political car crash, let's set the scene. Welcome back to Alert View, where we serve up British politics with a side of brutal honesty. Now, housing in the UK, it's basically become a national sport at this point, hasn't it? Everyone's playing, nobody's winning, and the goalposts keep mysteriously disappearing. Labour rolled into power promising to be the housing heroes Britain desperately needs. They painted themselves as knights in shining armour, ready to rescue us from the Tory housing disaster. Angela Rayner, our Deputy PM and Housing Secretary, basically said, "Hold my Yorkshire tea, I've got this." This was meant to be their flagship project, a testament to their commitment to solving one of the most pressing issues facing the nation. The air was thick with expectation, and many across the country, struggling with soaring rents and unattainable mortgages, held onto a glimmer of hope that real change was on the horizon. The interrogation begins, what's the crack? Fast forward to today, and an MP decided to ask a question we're all thinking, Angela, love, where are all these houses you promised, and why does your budget keep shrinking faster than a crisp packet in the microwave? And that's when things got properly awkward. Picture this, House of Commons, Tuesday afternoon, probably smells like disappointment and overpriced coffee. Our brave MP stands up and basically says, right, Angela, your housing project budget is dropping faster than my will to live every time I check Rightmove. What's the crack? It was a direct hit, no punches pulled, echoing the frustration felt by millions of Britons who are constantly refreshing property websites only to be met with dwindling options and escalating prices. Rayner's response, a masterclass in red flags. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Rayner's response was, well, let's just say it had more red flags than a communist convention. First, she insists the project isn't failing. Classic politician move number 1, deny reality with the confidence of someone who's never had to use spare room to find accommodation. She's basically saying it's not failing, it's just succeeding very slowly and with significantly less money. This kind of rhetoric, where success is redefined to accommodate obvious shortcomings, is a familiar tune in the Westminster Orchestra. But here's the kicker, she then throws the Tories under the bus so hard they probably felt it in their second homes. The Tories failed to bring this project to light. So Labour will definitely do the same. Wait, what? Did she just admit they are planning to fail exactly like the Tories? That's like saying, don't worry, we'll crash this car just as spectacularly as the last driver. It was a gaffe of epic proportions, a moment of startling honesty that seemed to slip out amidst the pressure, revealing a potential lack of a coherent alternative strategy. The collective gasp in the chamber was almost audible, a moment of shared disbelief. The pause heard round Westminster. But the real comedy gold was yet to come. And then came the pause. Oh my days, this pause was longer than the wait for a Northern Rail train. We're talking about a silence so pregnant it could claim child benefit. You could literally see the panic setting in. It was like watching someone realize they've accidentally superglued their hand to their face, that moment of pure, oh no, what have I done? Rayner's confidence evaporated faster than water in the Sahara. This wasn't just any pause, folks. My brain has just blue screened and I'm desperately trying to remember what my advisors told me to say, pause. It was the political equivalent to when your mum asks if you've done your homework and you're frantically trying to remember if you actually did it or just dreamed about doing it. The body language was absolutely screaming, help me. She looked about as comfortable as a vegetarian at a butcher's convention. You could practically hear her internal monologue going, think, Angela, think. What would Tony Blair do? What would Gordon Brown do? What would literally anyone who's not panicking right now do? The twitching, the darting eyes, the subtle shift in posture, every micro-expression betrayed the inner turmoil. It was a stark reminder that even seasoned politicians can buckle under the intense scrutiny of the Commons. The realities of Britain's broken housing market. So, what does this all mean for us mere mortals trying to afford a roof over our heads? Look, let's be brutally honest here, housing in Britain is broken. It's been broken for years, and watching our politicians fumble around with it is like watching someone try to fix a smartphone with a hammer. Rayner's panic moment isn't just entertainment, it's a window into the reality that maybe, just maybe, Labour doesn't have the magic solution they promised. When your housing secretary starts stuttering like a broken record player when asked basic questions about housing policy, that's not exactly confidence-inspiring, is it? The dropping budget she couldn't explain, the defensive deflection to the Tories, the pause that could have been used to build an actual house, these aren't signs of a government in control. They are signs of a government frantically paddling underwater while trying to look like they are gracefully swimming. This spectacle in the Commons only further erodes public trust and amplifies the cynicism that already surrounds political promises, especially on issues as critical and personal as housing. It makes you wonder if there's any true political will or a genuinely viable plan to tackle this persistent crisis. The aftermath, what now for Labour's housing pledge? So there you have it, folks. Another day, another political meltdown in the House of Commons. Angela Rayner's housing hot seat moment will go down in the annals of How Not to Handle Parliamentary Questions 101. It served as a stark reminder that even with the best intentions, the reality of implementing large-scale policy can be a grueling and often embarrassing affair. The questions that remain are pressing. What tangible steps will Labour take to address the continued shrinking of their housing budget? How will they regain public confidence after such a hesitant performance? And most importantly, when will the average Brit see a meaningful difference in the availability and affordability of housing? What do you think? Was Rayner just having an off day, or is this a sign that Labour's housing promises are as solid as a chocolate teapot? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one, even the ones calling me a muppet. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button and ring the notification bell, because British politics is serving up content faster than I can make videos about it. And trust me, with this government, there's always going to be something worth talking about. Until next time, this has been Alastair Veal, keeping you informed and entertained while democracy slowly